What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Zoe Notice off DFS. Your boy feels a little bit better. Feeling a lot better, actually. Thanks for those people that talked to me in the comment section. Let me know, get better. Your boy is slowly getting better, and hopefully that means we got some better days coming to us with this DFS and prop plays and everything that we got going on over here at the channel. If you guys are new here, you guys haven't done so already, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the content I'm putting out over here. As you can see, even on the days your boy's sick, I'm still trying to roll out content for you guys, and I'm still grinding it out and getting this stuff out for you. So definitely support the channel by going ahead and hitting that subscribe button and dropping a like on the video if you guys are enjoying the content. We got an 8-game slate after a 5-game slate yesterday. Some crazy OT games, some pretty close games. We had one blowout, of course. The game that I was very excited. My Thunder, they surprisingly, I'm not gonna lie, I was surprised that they blew out the Portland Trailblazers. I know that Portland is a bad team, but I didn't expect them to be that bad. Being honest, my Grant play definitely should have stuck with Walker right there instead of swapping over to Durate. Well, of course, still going to Durate and keeping Walker would have been a better alternative. And then, of course, could have paid it for KD, who smashed, dropped 70 plus. That OT right there. If you stacked the Suns and Utah game, you definitely made money yesterday. And then before then, if you stacked the Kings, man, they are playing amazing ball. Sabonis, Fox, they are killing it. And then look again, they're on the slate again today. Granted, they do got a pretty good defensive matchup going against the Pelicans, who actually do play some pretty decent defense. But I do expect the Kings to be able to go out here and just roll out and do what they've done and do what they do. But nonetheless, let's go ahead. Let's get this breakdown started because we got some pretty interesting games. Only one late game to focus on for tonight. Definitely feel like we got some spots we could target. We got some pretty good interesting injury news and some players that are already going to be out for tonight's slate. So definitely some value has already opened up on the slate. I do like doing these videos more in the afternoon because after that 1 o'clock injury report definitely opens up the slate and makes it completely different from what it would be earlier if I was to do this ahead of time. So get ready to go ahead, break this down, and let's go ahead. Let's get into it. Starting out with injury report, Detroit and Denver. We already know Murray, he's still out. Over here for Detroit, some news popped up that Duren, he's a game time decision. He might play, he might not. So definitely want to pay attention to that because if he's in, I'm not going to worry too much about it, but that is going to mess with some of the value that we would get in a Marvin Bagley or a Wiseman, and we wouldn't have to worry about Isaiah Stewart sliding down to the center position, which we've seen them roll that out last game. One interesting thing would be Kevin Knox. We did see that they're rolling him out there and actually letting him play, so maybe he might still stick in the rotation, more play off the bench and whatnot, but that would just mess with that whole big rotation that they have going on right there. And then Killian Hayes, game time decision, but is expected to play, so just keep an eye out on that. For Milwaukee, they're still without Crowder, and Beauchamp, he is also going to be out. For Washington, no news that we got to worry about for them. Boston, this is the news that we got earlier today, is the fact that Al Horford and White, they're going to be out. Granted, they are also on a back-to-back. They did play yesterday, but that should mean that we do get the value play of Sam Hauser sliding into starting lineup, and this is definitely going to make it where we're going to want to get maybe a Kristaps Porzingis or a Jrue Holiday in this game, especially since they are playing against the Hornets, who we know they play at a fast pace. They've been a little bit better, and I will say it might be due to the fact of getting Miles Bridges back. Might be one reason why. That's another offensive player who definitely looks like he hasn't skipped a beat. I know, he has off-course issues and stuff like that, but dude is still a pretty decent baller, which kind of sucks. I wish he would just keep his stuff together. He actually could have been really good in this league. Going over here to the Kings, they are on a back-to-back. Kevin Huerter, definitely pay attention to see if Huerter is going to play or not on today. I want to say the last back-to-back that they actually had, Huerter did sit out, so it will be interesting. We did see that Durate started for Huerter yesterday, so it'll be interesting to see if Huerter is going to be in or out. Biggest thing also as well is going to be the fact that they're also going to be on Keon Ellis already. That's been announced. So if either way, I think Durante, he's going to have a decent role in regards to just backup minutes period. And he played very well yesterday. Definitely would love to probably go back to him again, especially if Hurt is going to be out and if Durante is going to actually start again. Remember, this dude, he was a starter technically for Indy when he did play there. He was a pretty good player over there for them. For the Pelicans, we still got no CJ McCollum. Matt Ryan, pretty good firecracker off the bench for them. He is currently game time decision. Definitely would want to pay attention to that because unfortunately, as much as I hate the dude, but Hawkins will probably get a boost in regards to his minutes. We did get word that Jose Alvarado, he is expected to finally be able to play today. Not sure exactly how many minutes he will play, but he is their backup point guard or served in that role last season, so I'd expect him to kind of slide into that again, even with Dyson Daniels starting. So I definitely would see one of their guards coming back and possibly losing one of their wings on today's slate. For Miami, no RJ Hampton, no Tyler Hero still. For Chicago, Alex Caruso, he is expected to play, so I don't really expect anything crazy over there. For the New York Knickerbockers, Evan Fournier, Quentin Grimes, game time decisions. If Grimes is going to be out, we should still see Josh Hart sliding into the starting lineup, or They could start Dante DiVincenzo, which they've done over the last 2 games. Minnesota, no real news for them. For the Kings, I mean, not for the Kings, for the Los Angeles Clippers, no news that we got to worry about for them. For the Spurs, they're still without Devin Vassell. For Houston, they're on a back-to-back, and they should have won that game last night. That's all I'm going to say. But for the Houston Rockets, Amen Thompson, game time decision. Victor Oladipo, definitely not playing. And Tari Easton, he's already been ruled out. Golden State Warriors, we already know they are without Draymond Green and Gary Payton. So it should be the same old starters and everything right there. And I not even I feel like tonight's going to be the Steph Curry. I'm going to go out here and we're going to win this game. I'm dropping like 40 plus tonight. It's kind of how I'm feeling that this game is going to go with Steph Curry tonight. So just a sneaky suspicion. It's just looming. It's there. But nonetheless, yep, that's going to be our injury report. Going over to DraftKings, the site that'll play the most on the site. We're waiting to get that takedown. But I'm telling you guys, it's coming. As long as we continue to grind it out and we get with it, it's going to hit us sooner or later. So definitely, if you guys don't have an account, you want one, check the link down in the description below so you guys get the deposit match bonus and join your boy over here on the King. Starting out. Looking at it, I really do like the concept of just going ahead and looking at the value plays, looking at the stud plays and going over it like that. And I think you guys might appreciate that as well because the videos don't end up being as long. So I'm going to go ahead and just stick with that format. So starting out, we got some clear value kind of on the slate. Some players that I personally really do feel are actually mispriced. I already said it, especially from that Boston game. If Sam Hauser is going to be slid into the starting lineup at 4-6, I want pieces from this game, period, for the fact that Boston's going to be shorthanded. And one of those pieces I definitely do know is going to be Hauser if they are going to start him. Now, he's already been playing a decent number of minutes off the bench. If he was, hopefully, this 35 minutes going up against Philly, decent defensive-ish team. Of course, with all the players playing, his usage is not going to be that high. But Hauser, he's a shooter. He's going to go out there. He's going to shoot. What better team to do that against than going up against the Charlotte Hornets, who they are giving up some pretty good numbers going to opposing shooting guards. Dante DiVincenzo, who we know is a shooter, dropped 44 fantasy points going up against them last game out. Malik Beasley, that's what he's out there for. Defense and shooting for the Milwaukee Bucks, dropped 30 fantasy points. Duncan Robinson, another shooter, dropped 41 fantasy points going up against these guys. So a lot of the shooters going up against the Charlotte Hornets, they've been doing their thing. And long as Hauser, he's at least maybe starting in the starting lineup, we could probably see him getting at least about 10 shots out there. Hopefully it wouldn't be like one of these 2 of 9 games where he went going up against Washington, but still, even in 25 minutes, the guy went out here and gave us 22 fantasy points against Washington. So at 4-6, long as this value play actually pans out and doesn't do like last night, freaking Ochai Agbaji in a double overtime game did not go past 12 fantasy points. Really tilted me in regards to that. But Sam Hauser, really great spot. I at least would project for about 20 to 25 fantasy points right here, maybe even more. Especially even if the game was a blowout, I'd expect Hauser to still get those minutes and play out there with him. But at 4,600, I really don't see how we avoid that. And honestly, he is going to be one of my main value plays that I'll go to, especially if he's going to get the start on today's slate. Now, some other plays that we can go to that definitely will have some interest in. And this is a player who's been seeing his minutes trend up. He's been seeing at least a chunk of minutes. He is a rookie, and he's been playing decently. I don't necessarily expect Washington to be able to hold a candle to Milwaukee, but Milwaukee Bucks, if you paid attention, they have not been the best defensive team so far this season. Now, Koulibaly, if he's actually out there getting his shot going, he can shoot threes, and that's one of those things that we've targeted going up against the Milwaukee Bucks so far this season is opposing shooters, teams who actually have people who can shoot. And now I know they have Poole, who's going to jack up his crazy shots. As always, Kuzma's been stretching the floor, really been stroking it from 3 as well, and all-around player. But Koulibaly, 4-6, even if this game was a blowout, Rookie should go out there and at least play close to about 30 minutes. Him, Denny Avdia, these would be 2 guys I wouldn't mind getting to from Washington in regards to the minutes that they should actually go out here and play. Decent value. If you can go out here and give me about 20-ish to 25 fantasy points, which we know that's in his wheelhouse, that he can do that. As long as he keeps himself out of foul trouble, stays on the court, decent value play that I wouldn't mind getting to. Like I said, the Bucks, I'm not too scared of that defense. It does not strike fear in my heart watching them play or anything of the sort. Now, bench player that I definitely feel like we can go to, looking at him, Kyle Anderson over here playing for the Timberwolves. Again, slow-mo, off the bench. The dude's been very productive, and we know that he is a stat sheet stuffer because he can do more than just go out here and score and play defense. He's more of a glue guy whenever he's out there on the court, just for the fact of he can rebound. He can also get some assists, play make, set up, go in there, get his own shot, play the defense, everything. As you can see, stat sheet stuffer, him, Naz Reid, they have a really, really, really good bench production from the Timberwolves with him and Naz Reid off the bench. And looking at last season, what he's done actually playing up against them, he dropped at least 20 plus fantasy points in both of the games going up against them last season, playing for the Timberwolves. So definitely do like and don't mind going to Kyle Anderson. Now, another play that definitely going up against a weaker defensive team, I don't mind it, but not a must. but definitely if you land right here, Reggie Jackson, of course, without Murray still being out. I know his game log's not the sexiest thing in the world. Only 21 minutes going up against Cleveland last game. Granted, they got smoked, they got blown out, and really kind of tilted because Joker was definitely on pace to go over his rebounds yesterday if he just didn't get in foul trouble. But Reggie Jackson, this is a plus matchup for him going up against Detroit. This is also his former team that he's going to be going out here playing against. Now, he's had one good game, well, a couple of good games going up against them throughout his career playing against them. Don't mind going to him as long as he's going to play upwards of his 30-ish minutes. If his shot is actually going to fall, can do a little bit of the playmaking. We know that's primarily going to be Joker's job. But the upside is definitely there for him, especially at 5K. A starting point guard who's going to go out there and play XYZ at least 30 minutes out there a night. Definitely do not mind going to Reggie Jackson. Not the sexiest pick in the world, but definitely do not mind messing with that and going there. And then last two plays, kind of, I wouldn't say that they're similar, but they have the upside. Now, this game that he's going to be in is going to be very much a defensive-minded game. I do expect Caruso to go out and play, but at 4-6, they've been starting him. And he's been producing. And if you know Alex Caruso, he's definitely a player that will go out here and he gives it all on the defensive side, scoring wise. Is a glue guy, again, kind of like what we see with Kyle Anderson. Can definitely play make, get some assists, and also rebound as well. I don't mind going to Alex Caruso at 4-6, going up against the Miami Heat. Yes, this would be somewhat a defensive-ish matchup. Miami Heat, they could still be giving up some fantasy points. They honestly, actually, at the shooting guard position is the position that you actually want to attack and target them. Technically, Levine should slide down to the small forward position. Alex Caruso and him, they should be flip-flopping between the shooting guard and small forward. But either way, when you look at it, Miles Bridges went out here, 38.75 fantasy points. Devin Vassell, 30 fantasy points. DeJounte Murray, 45. Desmond Bane, 32. Austin Reeves, 52. Jordan Poole, 37. So as you can see, Miami, they are susceptible at that shooting guard position right there. Alex Caruso, definitely do like him. The upside is there for him, especially as long as he's going to be in plays and is starting still. Definitely do like him at the 4,600 price tag. Really do like that, especially for a starting shooting guard. Now, honestly, as you can see, there's some value at the shooting guard position for us to go ahead and take advantage of on tonight. And then last honorable mention that I'm going to go ahead and mention for him is in this Milwaukee and Washington game. Pat Connaughton playing off the bench, but the guy, honestly, he's playing huge minutes. Either way, coming off the bench with Crowder still being out, we know there's minutes to go around off that bench. And then, of course, we know Beauchamp, that's another player that's in the rotation that's not going to play. Pat Connaughton, 4-4. That's really some really great value that you can get in a game where the steal upside will be there for him. We know playing against Washington, even if this game was a blowout, I can see Pat Connaughton getting some of that bench run, running out there with the bench unit. I definitely do like him to come in here, splash a couple of threes, get some rebounds, maybe do a little bit of playmaking, but also give me a steal or two as well. And we see the upside is there for him. The minutes, they've been trending up. They've been going up, and they're there for him. As long as he's going to be playing in that reserve role, and the upside is there, fast pace. And I want to say this is the highest total on the slate is this Milwaukee and Washington game. Definitely do not mind going ahead and playing Pat Connaughton here and taking him at 4-4. Really great value right there that we can get. All right, going over, looking at some of the studs that we can actually get to on today's slate. Honestly, there's no shortage of studs. As you can see, we got the Joker up top. Coming off of a letdown game yesterday, losing against the Cavs. You got Giannis as well in the highest total game in the spot. Honestly, he should be able to go out here and smash going up against Washington. You got Sabonis on a back-to-back. Played some pretty heavy minutes last night, but still, the duo of him and Fox out there, just what they're able to go out there and do, it's been amazing. Going up against the Pelicans, decent team, but we know that they've had their rebounding struggles, and that's one of those things that Sabonis excels at, is grabbing those rebounds. Jason Tatum with no Al Horford, with no Derek White out here. Granted, of course, playing yesterday, but still decent matchup going up against the Charlotte Hornets, who we have attacked all season because they are a sloppy team. Dame Lillard, Fox, all these guys up here at the top half. And like I said, Steph Curry, kind of that middle, that no man range. And I really kind of feel like no one is going to mess with Steph Curry here in this position and spot and what he can go out here and do. Really, it's just something that's just telling me Steph Curry, today is a Steph Curry day. First game going up against Houston, he played 31 minutes to drop 46 fantasy points going up against them. They've already played once this season. Let me see if I can find the game log in here. Yeah, Houston, 106-94, and this was at Houston. Now, the Warriors, they've lost, if I'm not mistaken, their last 6 games. So you know they are desperate definitely for a win. And this is kind of those times whenever we see Steph Curry pop off and remind everybody who he is. He's that assassin out there. So just a GPP play for me. I'm not saying he's the main staple that you have to run a Steph Curry night, but it's just a gut feeling that is telling me this night is a Steph Curry night. He's priced kind of in that in-between range, in between all the studs. A lot of people are going to look over his name when you have players like Damian Lillard, Fox, Biyombo, Julius Randle, B.I., all right below him that you can go to. Curry, you already know he's playing out there. You got Chris Paul starting, Klay Thompson. They haven't looked the greatest, but if you watch that game when they played against the Thunder, it looked like they were kind of back into the rhythm and flow of what we're used to seeing what the Warriors do. All right, now coming up here to the top between the Joker and Giannis, not saying that you have to play them, but just looking at it, the Joker, it's been a while since he had a letdown game. And granted, he was in foul trouble in this game going against Cleveland. If he wasn't in foul trouble, definitely feel like he could have gave us his 60-ish to 70 fantasy points like what he was normally doing. And going up against Detroit, they're bigs. I see them in foul trouble in this matchup going against the Joker and everything that he can do. Only 28 minutes last night, so you know he's good. He's not, shouldn't be tired at all. Whatnot, playing on the back-to-back and tonight. So I definitely feel like this is a spot that he could definitely smash. If you can get up to the 12-8, you don't mind stomaching to pay that much for the Joker. I definitely see this as a spot you can go to. Detroit, going up against some opposing centers. They've given us some pretty decent games. Jakob Poeltl, 43 fantasy points. Jared Allen, 30 fantasy points. Vucevic, 50. Joel Embiid, 61. So player of his caliber with the triple-double upside, everything that he has, definitely do not mind that. Now, definitely you can come down here, play Giannis. The stars kind of align. Giannis is kind of back to Giannis. Even playing out there with Dame, looking amazing. Washington going up against opposing power forwards. They just let Julius Randle drop 46.25 fantasy points against them. Siakam dropped 67 going up against them. PJ Washington, 32. Tobias Harris, 32. Giannis, his caliber. I already took his over on his first half fantasy and his first half PRA just because I really do not see a way that Giannis does not smash unless he legit goes out there, stubs his toe, and just doesn't do anything for the rest of the game. But smash spot for Giannis. Really do like the upside for him here. Even with Dame Lillard, if this game blows out, I'm looking at it as who's going to make it blow out. I just really feel like it's going to be Giannis. I don't feel like they have answer, a solution, or anything for him out here on the court. And this is just, it's ridiculously the highest total on the slate by a long, long, long mile before any other games come close to it. So definitely do like Giannis here going up against Washington Wizards. Coming out here, some of the honorable mentions, like I said, definitely gonna want to get another piece from that Boston game, whether it be Tatum, Drew Holiday, or Kristaps Porzingis, who is as well in a really great spot. We've continuously attacked with opposing centers going up against the Charlotte Hornets. I know Mark Williams, he's done pretty decent out there, but the upside, especially going up against a player like Mark Williams who plays below the basket, gets a lot of putbacks, things like that. The block upside for Porzingis, 6 blocks last night, played 34 minutes. I don't see him being on any type of minute limitations. I want to say he's played in most of their back-to-backs. Yeah, 25, 28 minutes in the back-to-back right there. Let's see, we got any other back-to-backs for him? Well, that looks like the only back-to-back that he's had to play so far this season, but I don't think the minutes are going to be too skewed for KP playing here. No Al Horford, so really you're short one less backup big. The upside should definitely be there. Definitely see a couple of blocks in his future for tonight. The rebound, the scoring, he's been scoring tremendously. Definitely know he's going to go out there, try to stroke it from 3, and if you can get some of the 3 balls to fall, still taking double-digit shot attempts, definitely could be a very high night for him. So I might end up stacking Hauser and KP, might be the 2 guys I go to tonight from Boston, just to get some type of piece of the offense, because I really feel like this is going to be a good spot for either KP, Tatum, or Holiday. But definitely just some options that we can go to right there. Now, outside of that, definitely do, of course, like I said, a lot of interest in Sabonis, a lot of interest in Fox. Both these guys, they've just been playing at an incredible level. The pace, just everything. The upside that Sabonis has is just tremendous. At least 50 plus in last 5 games. Like that's amazing. Last 6 games, honestly. And then same thing for Fox. Fox is just clicking on a whole nother level right now as well. 40 plus fantasy points in all 5 of his last games as well. So again, another matchup that they should be able to go out here, run up and down the court, do what they got to do as well. Again, if Herter's gonna be out, maybe I might get my Sacramento exposure from Durate. And then of course that might open up a spot where I can go in here and get a bonus or something like that, or I just go ahead and play the guy in between and get Steph Curry and just hope that he gets me about the 50 fantasy points that I respect from Fox or Sabonis, who can both go out there and drop that and just get Curry at low ownership. That possibly could be an option on the slate right there as well. But of course, the main studs, like I already covered, is going to be the Joker, Giannis, Sabonis, Damian Lillard, De'Aaron Fox, and Kristaps Porzingis will be the main guys I look to. And then, of course, don't mind coming out here maybe to a Victor Wembanyama or Paul George, some of the lower owned ish mid-tierish studs that you can go to down here in these positions. But it's going to be looking at which one of these guys. And like I said, Steph Curry, he just really sticks out to me right here in this position of spot. All right, looking to some of the mid-tier guys. Again, of course, if you guys are new here, my mid-tier, those are guys that I consider in the 5K to the 7K price range, which are guys that are what we use to fill in the rest of our lineup. So looking here in this spot, that's going to be come down just a little bit. Let's get down here. That's going to be our guys. Jonas Valanciunas has been playing very well. We know he's going to have to be out there on the court trying to go up against Sabonis. Has been playing pretty good since CJ McCollum's been out. The offensive load, he's actually been able to keep himself on the court. Hasn't been in too much foul trouble, but Jonas Valanciunas definitely do not mind him here in this spot. Like I said earlier about Denny Avnia, he's been playing pretty good over his last several games. Where are you, Denny? I know you are Denny Avnia. Denny Avnia, 6K. Dude's kind of clicking on another level for this season. Looks very good. Shooter, he's going to go out there. He's going to shoot. Things of that nature. Definitely know he could take over a game as well. Definitely do not mind him at that 6K price range. Another player we can go to. And then a player which, like I said when I was doing the injury report, where is Miles Bridges? Miles Bridges, 5'7". I don't expect his price to stay this low for too long. He's going out there giving us a fantasy point per minute, playing practically starter minutes. I wouldn't be surprised if they move him into the starting lineup sooner or later in regards to it. But playing off the bench right now looks pretty good. 17, 19 points, 33, 35, 33, 32 fantasy points. If this is a player you want to maybe run back with your Boston stack for playing Hauser, play Bridges, and play KP, hoping that the game stays close, stays competitive of that nature, Miles Bridges might be a big part of that. Definitely do not mind running that as a possible run back play right there that you can go to. But yep, that's really going to be breakdown this for me. Like I said, game plan right now, looking at it, I'm definitely going to probably get 2 of these Boston pieces, just looking at it, just the value that we get from them. Definitely Hauser will be one of them as long as he's going to start. Just looking at it for the value-wise because I'm going to want to pay for someone else. I'm more than likely going to end up going with KP. At the 7-8 price tag, and then following it up, if we get Durante, he's going to start, then definitely we'll get that value from him. Just looking at it, I mean, the dude's 3-1. He got a price drop, I want to say, because I think he was like 3-8 yesterday. No, he was 3-2. So either way, I'm more likely we'll end up playing Durante at 3-1. So that, as you can see, opens up a lot of value that we have. 6-9 for the rest of my slots right there. So that's 2 value plays. A decent mid-tier stud that we got right there. Can definitely fit another stud in regards to this. So maybe I can go with my Steph Curry play that I'm looking at for tonight. Or I might go ahead and pay all the way up for the Joker or Giannis and then just fill it in with some mid-tier value options. You know, I still have Alex Caruso that I can go ahead and slide into this line right here. Or maybe go with a Pat Connaughton or something like that. Get some more pieces from this Washington-Milwaukee game. But different ways we can go. Definitely a really nice 8-game slate. I probably might end up going with the Steph Curry just so I can have me that late night hammer, just watch me just clear the rest of the field. Just really feeling really good about tonight, just looking at it. Definitely looks like it could shape up to be a pretty decent night. So hopefully gave you guys some pretty good pieces that you guys can look at, look to, and consider for tonight's slate. Hopefully you guys all do cash out. If you guys are looking for my plays, my player pool, prop plays, all that stuff, check the link down in the description below for the Dub Club. Join me inside the Discord where I chatted up inside the NBA chat. Definitely in there up before lock. Ask any questions that you guys have. With that being said, it's your boy Zoe, and I am out.